Welcome back, learners, to this world of internal text structure. Welcome to Lesson 4 in this series where we explore the cause and effect structure. Now let's review some of the structures we've explored before. First, we explored the internal text structure of description. Its purpose is to give information about characteristics or features of a topic. Next, we explored the sequence text structure. Its purpose was to show steps in a process, to show the order of events. Then, we looked at comparison and contrast, which showed how two topics are alike and how they are different. Today, we're looking at the cause and effect structure, which is used to present the reason something happened and the effect of or result of it happening. So let's explore this cause and effect structure. Of course, for every structure, we have a purpose, we have an associated graphic organizer, and signal transitional words. For cause and effect, the graphic organizer would look like this. We have a cause, and because of this happening, things happen. We have an effect. Sometimes you have an effect of all of these causes as well. But this doesn't make sense unless we look at it within a passage. So let's take a look at it. Before we do that, of course, we're looking for signal words that we can use to recognize that this is a cause and effect internal text structure. We're looking for words like reasons why, as a result, therefore, because, consequently, since, so that, for, due to, this led to. So these are all transitional words that we can find when we're looking at a cause and effect text structure. In a passage, let's look at how these signal words operate and how details are organized for cause and effect. Now, this passage is about tigers and the risk of extinction. Let's read the passage. Despite all of the tiger's strength, the future of the species is uncertain because tigers face a very high risk of extinction. It is estimated by the turn of the century, the number of tigers living in the wild had dwindled from 100,000 to just over 3,000. Humans are the major threat to tigers. This threat can be categorized in primarily two ways: hunting and destroying habitats. It's a very sad passage. So, let's look at the cause and effect in this passage. Signal words, because and ways. Because tells me that there is some kind of reason, some kind of explanation, because tigers face a very high risk of extinction. Ways tells me that we're going to expect some kind of effect, some kind of cause. I wonder. Let's read it again. Despite all of the tiger's strength, the future of the species is uncertain because tigers face a very high risk of extinction. That looks like a risk, looks like an effect. It is estimated by the turn of the century, the number of tigers living in the wild had dwindled from 100,000 to just over 3,000. Looks like some kind of effect as well. What's causing all of this threat of extinction? Humans. Humans are the major threat to tigers. How are they a threat to tigers? This threat can be categorized in primarily two ways. So humans are causing extinction possibly in two possible ways: hunting and destroying habitats. So the text structure gives us some hints about causes and effects when it comes to tigers and their risk of extinction. So we're going to identify the causes and effects in this passage. So we're coloring the effects in green. The future of the species is uncertain. That's an effect. High risk of extinction. That's also an effect. The number of tigers living in the wild dwindled from 100,000 to just over 3,000. That's an effect as well. What are the causes? Humans, unfortunately. And how are they causing this? By hunting and by destroying habitats. So we're exploring this passage for the signal words and for the details and see how cause and effect relate to each other with regard to tigers' extinction, possible extinction. So if we were to be asked a question, what are the effects of human activity on the tiger population? Then we might think that one effect might be uncertain future of the tigers, because we don't know how many of them will be left. The high risk of extinction, and of course, reduced population of tigers. I hope that's not true. We must preserve our tigers. And we go back to our chart to make sure that we have not left anything out. And we're good. What about this question? Give 2 possible reasons for tigers being almost extinct. Well, we know that human activity is causing that. And how? Through hunting and through the destruction of habitats. So, what have we learned about cause and effect? We have learned that this text structure presents cause and effect relationships, how one thing affects another. And what have we learned overall in this series? We've learned that internal text structure has to do with organizational patterns within a text. We've also learned that as architects plan how to build houses, writers plan their writing. And if they're writing informational texts, they use internal text structures to help them organize their writing. We learned that every text structure has a specific purpose, an associated graphic organizer, and signal transitional words. And we learned that if we want to think about our writing as a house, the internal text structures help us to organize what's happening in this house in terms of its structure. We studied 4. 1 was description, 1 was sequence, 1 was comparison and contrast, and the one we just did was cause and effect. I hope you're not confused as this boy thinking about internal text structures. I hope that you understand that if you read carefully and look for the signal words, you will be able to understand writing, especially informational writing, by checking out the text structure. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful time learning about reading and writing in this educational series.